Hey, Marion High School students, this is Mr. Rogers coming to you from my office up here at the high school. It's March 24th. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope your family is staying safe. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little bit of an extension of your spring break. But just wanted to reach out to you guys in this platform and say hey, and kind of give you an update on what's been going on here. Teachers reported back yesterday. They're busy planning away for you guys for the coming weeks. The other day, if you recall, I sent you guys an email with some questions and basically asked if you had any questions. And so I got 25 questions or so from you guys. So I appreciate all those that emailed me. All the questions were good questions, and I know others have the same questions. So I kind of compiled it to 19 different questions because some of the questions were the same. And so hopefully as you watch this, some of those questions will be answered. But then if I don't answer them, then shoot me an email and I can definitely get that back out to you in a timely fashion. So the first question I have that I got was about the Woods class. If you're in Lockhart's class, there is no face-to-face contact small group right now with any skills class. And so if you have or if you are in a Woods class, Mr. Lockhart will be getting with you with some alternative assignments, whether that's online or through some packet type work. If you have some of your own stuff up here in our shop, next Monday you're going to be given the opportunity to come up and get that kind of stuff. If you have projects that you're not done with, get in touch with Mr. Lockhart. You'll be able to work out a plan. I know we have a shed out there that's only halfway done, and so we will be flexible. But as of right now, you won't be able to come in and work in the wood shop. Second question I got was, are we still following a daily schedule? Will classes be independent study? And then how will attendance work? You won't have a daily schedule anymore, but starting Monday, March the 30th, I'd be getting on your email. I'd be checking Google Classroom. Your teachers will be sending out some assignments. They should already been emailing you this week just to kind of give you a heads up and say, hey, but you won't have a day-to-day schedule here. I've tasked the teachers to have some office hours, even if they're working from home. In the sense of to make sure that you guys know when that you can get an immediate response through email and so on. So at the end of the week, I'll send that information out to you so then you can know what type of office hours the teachers will have. They'll be checking their email several times a day. They'll be setting up some Zoom meetings with you guys, some Skype meetings, and some other Google Meets. There's several different platforms that we can use. Attendance will not happen, so we're not going to be taking your attendance. I just would encourage you to stay up on your assignments, be checking your emails, be turning some items back in to us through online means. So just make sure that you're leaning on your teachers during this time. But attendance will not be taken. I would challenge you and I would encourage you to have and set a schedule for yourself that's best for you. Whether you set aside several hours a day, a couple hours a day, you are an early morning person, you work better late at night. I would be thinking about a schedule that works best for you. I know many of you have jobs. I know many of you are watching siblings now or helping out your parents, which is great. But really try to set aside some time every day to get online and look at what we have for you. And then again, if you don't have internet access, then we'll be sending some stuff home to you. Other question I got is seniors and other grades going to have to do all the classes or just the required classes. I think everything we do here is very important, and so I didn't want to go down the road of having only the required classes continue on. So if you should be in 7 classes, so you're going to continue on with 7 classes. That looks different in every class, and I understand that. This question, I believe, came from a senior, so if you are a senior out there, I would highly encourage you to look at your required classes for graduation. So if you're in English 4, if you're in your government economics, if you're in banking and finance, consumer and personal finance, if you're in a required class, that should be a high priority for you guys. But all 7 classes will continue. I think everything we do here is very important, so you should be hearing from all of your teachers. Next question I have is, if we start next week, then why am I getting assignments now? I think our teachers are open to this challenge. Our teachers are really good, and so you might have already gotten some assignments, and you might have already gotten some emails from them. No assignments are due this week. It's just them kind of over planning, which I think is a great thing. Assignments will start next week on Monday, March the 30th. I know we had a lot of discussion yesterday when I met with them in small group. Day-to-day assignments compared to a weekly assignment or a couple of weekly assignments. So just be looking at your stuff from your teachers. I think teachers, there might be some classes that have day-to-day stuff. There might be other classes that just have an assignment a week. So it's going to be up to the teachers. It's going to be up to the class. Next question, I'll kind of compile it into 2. I don't understand classes enough to do them online, and how I do my math classes. Again, I want you guys to know that this is not a preference for our teachers. I mean, we didn't sign up for this job to not see kids and not see you guys in the hallways and inside classrooms. And so it's a challenge for us. I know it's a challenge for you guys. I know it's new for all of us. And so you might find out that online isn't the best thing for you, but that's what we got to do right now. And so I would encourage you that if you're struggling, to Zoom, or to maybe try to set aside some one-on-one online time with your teachers. Our teachers are still going to be here for you. I know many of you probably learned like I knew, or like I learned best back in the day, in the sense of I learned best, with the structure of a classroom, with the teacher in front of the room. And so I know this will be a challenge for some of you guys, but we're here for you. We're going to encourage you. We're going to stay positive, and I think it'll be okay. How long will online classes last is the next question. As of right now, we're going to continue on at least for the rest of the school year. So it's one of those things where that's going to be an option the rest of the school year for this year. So about 8 weeks, we will be online. That third delivery method of face-to-face under 10 in a small group, we're not there yet. We're going to continue to get new information about that, and we'll get that information out if you guys are able to come in at all. But right now, the teachers are planning for the worst. They're planning to continue on with online the rest of this school year, and then also through some packet work. You said we could pick up our stuff on Monday, but you also said school is starting up then. That is correct. So KSDE kind of tasked each district to have a grab and go, pick up and drop off time. And so this Apple software update kind of popped up. As you are thinking about next week, yes, you're starting some classes, so you should be looking online. But then on Monday, if your last name is A to M, from 9 to 11 a.m. in the morning, you need to come up, kind of a grab and go. If you need a textbook from a teacher, you should be, reaching out to them. If we have any art projects that are yours, we're going to be giving those back to you. If you have anything, we're going to be cleaning out PE stuff. We're going to go through your lockers. We're going to go through welding stuff out there. And so anything that is yours, we're going to be giving back to you. Coaches are going to be available on Monday as well. So if you have track sweats, or if you have some stuff from softball, baseball that is ours, that is the school's, then that will be a great time to kind of give that stuff back. So yes, you're going to be doing a couple things. I did say A to M, last name, in the morning from 9 to 11. And if your last name's from N to Z, you're going to come between 1 and 3 to the back parking lot here. Next question I have is, why did Marion Florence schools decide to close? There's no reported cases here in town. We are going to lean on the side of safety. If you were to research a little bit, last night I saw there's 45 states that have closed their K-12 schools down, and kind of gone to this type of format, or another type of format. And so I believe with the news that's coming out every day, I think the other 5 states that aren't there yet, they might be getting there. But it wasn't a decision from Mr. Humberg. It wasn't a decision from us. It came from Governor Kelly last week that K-12 schools are closed. Hutch Welding Group, I'll be getting in touch with you. You're still going to have transportation. That was one of the questions that I got there. You talked about getting our stuff, but I have a lot of welding supplies. Again, going back to what I just said a little while ago, Mr. Meyer's going to have some tables out there. He'll have your stuff that you need to pick up out there. So we're going to have tables out by the gym and the ag shop, and then we'll have some tables up here towards our front door. You talked about what is the possibility of school to reopen before the end of the school year. I have a project that I need to finish. Again, guys, we're going to have to, and as of right now, we are going to plan for the worst, and that you will not be back up here face to face with staff the rest of this school year. We'll be advised from the governor, KSDE done a great job, Mr. Humberg, superintendent's done a great job kind of informing us. But if something changes, we will definitely let you know as soon as possible. Next question I have is how and when will we do graduation? After we get things going the next couple weeks, get you guys in classrooms and online classrooms and getting you set up with your schedules. My number one priority will be graduation. So we will honor you seniors. I know lots of emotion the last week or so. There's been lots of emotion on our side too, but just know that you guys have done a good job here, and we will honor you in some way. We just don't know that way just yet. Are there any plans to reschedule prom? Unfortunately, there's not. I know we had a really good prom committee this year. I know I talked to the prom sponsors this morning, the junior sponsors. We're all kind of hurting about that, but with the information that we have and school is closing down, and you get information about even small groups can't be more than 10 right now, and then last week I think it was 50 and under that couldn't meet. We would need all those restrictions to kind of go away for us to hold a prom. So I'm going to start working with the junior. I would like to hear from the junior prom committee. I know you guys worked really hard. I have some ideas to kind of honor you guys as seniors next year. So hopefully you guys can reach out to me in the coming weeks. On the same lines, are there any plans to reschedule senior skip day or camp out? Unfortunately, there's not. There's some traditions that happen here, and I understand that. Without a senior with a senior skip day, we would have to have groups of more than 10, and we can't have that. And so as of right now, there's no senior skip day, the camp out. There shouldn't be groups larger than 10, and that's not just coming from me and coming from the school. That's coming down from the local health department and also people from the state. What's going to happen with graduation invites and everybody that's received stuff from Jostens? If we have any of your stuff here and it's paid for, on Monday it's going to be a great day for you to pick that type stuff up. As far as any other Jostens stuff that's coming in, as soon as we get that stuff in, we will call you, and then we'll somehow get that information and get that items out to you. What's the plan for Mr. Meyer's welding class? We can't exactly weld online. I completely understand that, and Mr. Meyer and I talked about that. I know that is a huge challenge for any skills-based class. We're going to have to get creative. I know we're not the only school district that has a welding program as great as ours, that in the sense of what do we do now? And so he'll be brainstorming, and I know he's networking, and Mr. Meyer does a great job. And so we'll be getting some other alternative assignments out to you, so you can complete your stuff. How will teachers grade our work is my second to last question. We're still going to have a DNF list, and so I'd be checking your grades and checking your assignments and make sure you're checking online. We're going to run that every week on Monday, so make sure you're completing what is asked of you from the teachers. Depending on the grade and the class and the activity, it's up to the teachers on what is graded and how that all looks. Will school end on May 21st is my last question. Yes, we're going to continue on with the master schedule. May 21st and then May 7th will be the last day for seniors. So those are the questions I have for right now. Hopefully I answered some of them for you. I'm about out of time here. Please be in touch with me if you have any other questions. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.